Alright, we are recording. How's it going, everyone? I'm Thorn, otherwise known as Barely Getting By, and today we are barely getting by in Manyland. I'm gonna let you know, first and foremost, this is going to be a rocky recording. I was up late last night. I had an idea to do one last Beaver dev log. And for a lot of you, it's probably going to be the first Beaver dev log. All the ones before this were made private and were only shared through a link. Now, if you're like most of the internet and you don't know what Manyland is or soon to be was, Manyland is a game where it's a MMO sandbox game played entirely in your browser or on Steam or mobile even. And you can make basically anything you want. So, for example, if I were to create, let's grab some colors here. Let's grab, let's say like a dark brown, a little bit of a brighter. Grab some green for some grass. A little bit of brighter green for a highlight. Let's say that, and then a little bit of a brighter that. Okay. So let's take this, let's turn on our grid, change our brush size. That ought to do for now. Okay, let's do like that. This, fill in that, take the brighter one, fill in that. Take our brighter color. There we go, and now let's just add like a little stone here. Like a little bit of a, change your brush size one more time. A little bit of a highlight. Whoops. Let's go ahead and put a shadow under there. There we go. Grass. And let's make it one of any of these. Let's make it a solid, so we can go ahead and stand on it. There we go. Look at that. Another real quick example. Let's say we wanted to make this snowy. So we would say, let's do that. Grab a bit of a darker color. A little bit of detail. Let's just make it a little bit lower. Have the snow sit on top of this rock. And let's make it a slidey. There we go. Now if you walk along it, you'll slide around. And Manyland was such a great game, such a creative output for me, that I decided to kind of use it as like a game engine. When Manyland made a new type of back called walkables. Backs were, did I spell that wrong? Oh. Okay, here's one. Yeah, no. Backs are a type of block that appear behind the player. They're in the background. And Manyland released one called walkables, which was a real game changer for me. So this way I can make top-down games. And before I show you Beaver, I want to show you kind of an area that really set the groundworks for Beaver. This world over here, RPG tests. So let's go ahead and knock them here. Oh, okay, sorry, I was being quiet because I was hoping the music would play in the background. Sorry it's so bright. Way back when I was making this world in, let's see, a long time ago, 3,000 days ago, I was playing on my mom's old laptop, which had kind of a screen problem. So for me, it looked normal. For everyone else, it was this absurdly bright green, and I had no idea until I finally got a computer of my own. Like, when you look at this, I bet you can't tell. There's supposed to be a pattern there. That's so absurdly green. But as you can see here, it's like a top-down game. You can actually enter some of these buildings. Here's the music. Autumn Tides. It's a great soundtrack. So you had like building interiors. Let's see. NPCs. Can you believe there's worlds where everything's seen from the side as opposed to top down? Let's see. There was combat, kind of, if you can call this combat. Crab has been slain. There was fishing, which, let's see, let's go ahead and don't possess anything. Well, why didn't that work? There we go. Nothing in my inventory. So we go in. There we go, we got a fishing rod. If I go ahead and use this fishing rod, got a tin can, another tin can, caught a normal fish. Heck yeah, so we can go ahead and take this fish and bring it to this here. Nice job. And then, oh weird, that should have given me coins. Oh well. But yeah, no, there's like different kind of biomes. Over here is a swamp with more combat. Oh, ow. At the end of the swamp, once you raise enough coins, you can talk to this witch, buy a pet permit, which would allow you to take a pet. Yep. Once you have a pet permit, you can take a pet and then start walking around with it. Let's see. Oh, what else was there to do? There was fishing, there was pets, there was mining over here. But we never really got into quest implementation on this world. Let's see, another biome is like right up here. Real quick, there was like, you could sit on stuff. Let's see. That's my old skin. I don't use that anymore. Actually, no, what do you say? We're still working on the scenario, but feel free to explore. Oh geez, how long ago is this? A long time ago. Yep, right here there was ideas for like a Yeti boss fight that never came to fruition. Up here is one of my favorite jokes in this area. Hi, you want to talk to the man in red? I'm Crimson. No, I'm Brick. You want to talk to the man in red? Wrong again. I'm Scarlet. Cherry Red. I think the man you want in red is inside. I'm colorblind because he's wearing green. We never got to. Whoa, hello. I have a pet here. That's bizarre. There we go. But yeah, no, we never got to actually doing anything here. I believe the quest was going to involve the Yeti in some way. Let's see. And last thing that I want to show off in this area is kind of the dev area. Way back up here. Another crab. There we go. So, you know, up here. Hi, I'm Thorn. I made this world. This area is where we store unused features, such as this boat would have been on the east dock and would have taken you to an island, but I figured open sea travel would have been more fun. So by that I mean down here. Sorry kid, the island's being built right now. So, shush. By open sea travel I mean this. It's not as great as it could have been, and really does break immersion when you can just walk along the ocean. Let's see, what other features? In the swamp that we were just in with the pets, there was an idea to have like this shading effect, but as you can see, it turns your character into a climbing animation as opposed to a walking animation. So we kind of dropped that one. There were ideas for a boss called Mother Blip. Blips were that one kind of spherical pet over in the pet area, and for whatever reason I had on me over at inside that observatory area. But unfortunately, coding something like that was beyond me at the time. Some NPCs that went unused. What it was going to become, there was like some animation where the water would have been. Yeah, no, I think that's really it for RPG Test. This really like set the groundworks for what was soon to become BEAVUR. So let's go ahead and show you that. Uh-oh. This is incorrect. This is spoilers. This is later. Everyone close your eyes. Don't talk about it. Now, this here, let's change my skin back to that. There we go. So, welcome, intrepid hero, to BEAVUR. The music playing right now is Hazard Room from the Sly Cooper trilogy. Before we start, I want to point some things out. Arrow keys to move and space to interact. Manyland's normal controls, you know, arrow keys to move, space is how you interact. Reason why it's not WASD is because that was how you would talk in the game, using any other numbers on the keyboard, letters. So, arrow keys, space, and I want it to be that to simplify the controls for people who have never played Manyland, because I planned on sharing this with everyone I could. So first we're going to look at the credits to see the wonderful people that helped me make this. It was me, a friend named Nap, Dill, Mao, Jesse, Lord Zetsu, MTP, and Prim. Basically, if you helped in any way at all, your name ended up here. Whether it was small or not, and you can kind of see floating around here and this here, we were working on a font that we would use throughout the game. So here, I believe this is the most like to-date picture that we have of the font. It's quite a lot. This down here is outdated. So let's see, let's jump back through here. And a really big thanks to Mao. Yeah, he helped a whole lot with like kind of the art direction. Like I kind of laid the groundworks, but both Mao and Nap really helped find like an aesthetic for the game. But speaking of the game, let's go ahead and start. No, this is spoilers. Hang on. Oh no. Close your eyes. Alright. Greetings, adventurer. From here you will create your character. Please start by picking a class to the right. Real quick, back would just take you back to the menu. Exit would take you to elsewhere, which is basically just wherever you were before you came here. So, in our case, it would take us back to RPG tests. So if we go ahead and press start. And now, these are the four, but technically three classes. You have the warrior, the wizard, the archer, the acrobat. Each one had its own set of skills. For example, as a warrior, you are a master of melee and can solve most problems with your brutish strength. Choose the warrior? Yes or no? I'm going to click no. And this is what the acrobat, which is locked at the moment, you had to unlock them later on. This is what the acrobat looked like. I'm going to go ahead and choose the mage. As a wizard, you are a master of magic and can solve most problems with your vast wisdom. Choose the wizard? Yes. Are you sure? This cannot be undone. Yes, I'm sure. There we go, and now we have our different stats. Ignore the orb in my inventory, that's spoilers. But yeah, wisdom, strength, charisma, vitality, dexterity, and luck. Now that you have selected your class, we shall now determine your stats. Please continue to the right. Vitality is calculated based on strength and charisma. Because I couldn't think of a way to, like a test or anything, to determine your vitality, like how much health the player would have. The stats are directly ripped from a game in 2004 called The Bard's Tale. And this here is kind of what each stat did and what they do in this game. Strength affects melee combat, plus 1 damage per point. Vitality affects health, 5 points of vitality, plus 10 per level. Luck subtly affects many things. That sounds like a big deal. It's really not. And I'll get into why later. Dexterity affects ranged combat, plus 1 damage per point. Charisma affects prices, so like when you buy your weapons and armor and whatnot. And wisdom affects magic. That's going to be kind of important for a wizard like me. So our wisdom test is right here. To test your wisdom, try telling me what color this is. So, you know, it's white, but the color's green. I'm gonna be contrarian and say blue. Close enough. And that gave me 13 wisdom. And then next, use the hammer to generate your strength. This here is like the tests. They aren't great tests. This was me just kind of trying to make character creation fun. So let's go ahead and like there. Oh, missed it. Hang on. Like there. 11. It's not terrible, but it's above average. On a scale of 0 to 20, how likable are you? This will determine your charisma. So first, this area in particular is kind of unfinished. From 0 to 10, or no, maybe it was 0 to 9. There were prompts like, X, are you sure? Because you wouldn't be able to undo this once you did it. 10 and above, I never really got to, because there were double digits, and I have to, you know, hand pixel every letter that you're seeing, hand drawn. There wasn't a way to like just, you know, type and it was done. Because I really wanted this to feel like I put work into it, and I did. So it wasn't just an item type called an interacting that floated the words above you. And we'll run into one of those later, and I can show you what I mean. So I believe I'm like well on the high end, but I want to show you all kind of a little Easter egg, a little quest, like in the opening thing. If you were to go to 0, are you sure? Yeah. Well, I like you. Go to 1, and then you'll get this quest prompt to go to 1. By doing this task, I like you even more. Go to 2. You know what? You seem nice. Go to 4. Good job, pal. Let's head to 8. Alright, to 16. Let's put those legs to work. Go back to 3. Then we walk all the way back here. Heck yeah! Let's take this party all the way to 20. And then you would go all the way down to 20. A well-deserved 20. See you in the next test. And what I wanted to do, so what happened there was, you know, you feel like you're unlikable, but as you keep doing the narrator's little quest, the narrator likes you, so you get a 20. At first, I wanted to make that the only way to get a 20. If you try to go to 20, the narrator would be like, no one's that likable. And then, like, that would be it. Unless you were to do 0, the narrator likes you, you got to 20. Let's see. Complete this obstacle course. How well you do it will determine your dexterity. So let's go ahead and do that. This was a lot of fun to make, but unfortunately, there was no real way to determine your dexterity based on an obstacle course, not within the code. Even if you were to stand on this, and you can't, it is a back, I believe, right? it's a thing, which, you know, essentially a backup. Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to jump over this without hitting your head on the ceiling. So, outstanding job. 14 dexterity. 14 was like a fixed number. There we go. Let's see. Lastly, oh, and then yes, vitality was determined based on dexterity and charisma. Was it? Both? No, it was strength. I can't remember which two already. And I don't really feel like getting into the math of how that's calculated. It's a lot. So, lastly, we shall determine your luck. Use the hammer to generate it. Now, like I said, luck doesn't hold too much of a cadence to like how well you do in the game. And how do I say it? So the dynamic here, the spinning one, like the whole wheel and whatnot, we couldn't really get it to interact with the interacting way we wanted. In terms of like from 1 to 20, couldn't do it. So we divide it into good and bad luck. And then that'll have like very subtle changes, not a lot. That's gonna like ruin your game if you have bad luck. So let's go ahead. 15. I believe that was good luck. Whoop. Outstanding. Truly a heroes whose songs shall be sung in firelit halls, filled with their epic trials and tribulations. Sorry, before we get into this cutscene, the music playing, by the way, I believe is from Deltarune? Yes. I can't remember the name of the track, though. So yeah, luck wouldn't, like, make or break your experience. This one here. This is, kind of what the stats were going to look like. We go back here. This shows what they ended up looking like. There was going to be, like, wisdom. If you had small wisdom, it would be smooth. And then it would be wrinkled. And if you got, like, a natural 20, it would be gold. And then strength, you would have, like, no weights on your bar when you had no strength. Then you get increasingly more as you got, you know, more strength. How likable you were, there was... Oh man, I forgot what order it was. I think it was gray was like 0. And then like the colors would change at like white, pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then gold if you got 20. Dexterity. And the screenshot doesn't show it, but there was going to be like more arrows in dexterity as your dexterity got higher. Sorry, I got something in my notes. Luck, it was going to be like, at 5, like 5 and under, it would look like this. At like 10, it would look like this, like 10 and up. And then from 15 and above, like 15 to 20, it'll be golden. There's Mao, who helped make all the things. And at one point, there was going to be a life counter, which uses the old skin as opposed to the new one. But anyway. Outstanding. Truly a hero whose song shall be sung in firelit halls filled with their epic trials and tribulations. But alas, I am afraid this is not their story. No, this is the story of a hero so small you may have overlooked them. This is the story of a beaver. So, none of that mattered. All the stuff I was saying about the stats, totally fake. Some of you probably fell for it. It wasn't that in-depth, and I'm sorry I lied to you. Items. Let's go ahead and get rid of this tail so I look like a beaver. Let's see. A beaver who is about to awaken on a beach with no memory of how they got there if there was any reason for it. Their story begins now. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything else I want to say about the character creation. We're gonna go ahead and start. Let's see, Control B just so you can see where you start. So you would wake up on this beach, and this area looks way different than it did before. Namely, the wave dynamic. It looks a lot nicer. A buddy of ours, Jesse, would play on Steam. And Steam in the browser version of Manyland had like this weird thing with the item type called dynamics, where I wonder if I have, let's see, in bin wave. Beach wave, no, that's music. Interacting, microwave. Nope, I don't have it. Dang. Well, the old waves, they were kind of broken for people that played Steam, so we had him make a wave dynamic that would work both on Steam and in mobile. So let's go ahead and try to leave. A magic seal blocks your path. Alright, what's this here? It's a stone pedestal with a star-shaped socket. And what this feature really does, it is a tutorial level to teach the player that there are often more than one way to solve this puzzle. So you could take the star gem, or you could take the starfish. I'm going to go ahead and take the starfish. Magic seal vanishes. Now, when we interact with this, continue. This cannot be undone. Yeah, we're going to continue. And I'm going to recenter. Manyland has a really bad, okay, it's not bad. It makes sense. When you leave an area and come back, you probably want to be where you left off. But for the case of showing off Beaver, it kind of sucks. But yeah, no, this is the village area. Arrow keys to move, space to interact. There are a lot of small details, like when you run into trees, some of them will shake. Let's see. Let's interact with this. You need a quarter. We interact with this. Wanted, Dead or Alive. This here was Nap's old skin. We were going to change it to a character that would show up later in Chapter 2 called the Cappy Bandit, who looked a lot like this. And we'll talk about the Cappy Bandits later. Yeah, no, I suppose. Oh, let's talk down to this guy. Oh, you're not close enough.
Howdy.
Howdy. I just moved here from across the bridge.
Howdy.
Oh, there we go. I gotta click the arrow. Got tired of city life and decided to settle down. Are you new here too? Well, it's mighty nice to meet you. Yeah, no, I woke up on a beach and I ended up here. I can't remember which of these chickens. I really think it was this one. But one of them had a 1 in 10 chance of... Oh no, okay. 1 in 8, chance 8? I don't remember. It has a chance of showing this dialogue box. So, if you're interacting with the chicken and you just happen to get this small chance, I missed my hands. And that was really it. Just a fun little, like, oh, moment. Give me one here. This is cute for chickens, not beavers. Up here, yeah, up here is the, whoops, hang on. There we go. It's a stone pedestal with a circle-shaped socket. So we need a circle to fill that. See, let's keep looking around though. Let's see, we got Tommy right here. You don't know that yet. Toby, not Tommy. If only I had something of value, I'd be able to get some meds for my sister. We'll get into that in a moment later in the thing. Yeah, no, let's see, we got the tailor. Let's see, more of the environment is interactive. Many colors of fabric adorn the tables. Let's see. Cedric, what are you, a rat? Don't touch anything expensive. He's kind of just a crotchety old man. Every shop has a register in it, and how each shopkeeper reacts to you opening their cash register really shows what kind of who they are as a person. So the tailor shoots you a menacing glare. You decide not to open it. So he's just a crotchety old man. Oh, the music playing here. Oh, I can't remember what it's from, but it's a jazz cover from a song I want to say in Fire Emblem. I could be entirely wrong. The bakery. Music playing right now is Home from Undertale, a piano cover. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Yeah, so interact with her. Well, aren't you adorable? Try not to track in any mud, okay, dear? Alright. Go ahead and... It's full of paper. The baker kindly asks you not to touch it. She is a very kind and caring woman. This book up here. It's a cookbook. On the back reads, To Lily. What was her whole name? Liliana? Lilith. Okay. Let's see. I believe... Oh, did I show this? This was, the kind of like initial concept of the beach level. It doesn't look too much different, honestly. Let's see. This here was, what the interior of the bakery did look like. It was just her in a big empty room with nothing but that book we just read and, a furnace. The furnace was going to be bigger. There were going to be more tables. She was going to be on the left side of the room. We ended up going with this, which I think looks a lot nicer. I really love these, like, donut shelves. Yeah, did we miss... Yes, we did. The tavern. Yeah, there's the tavern. The music playing here is the bar theme from Lust of Loathing. That said, the theme outside in the village that's playing is the summer day theme from Harvest Moon, Animal Parade. So let's go ahead and talk to... Hail, friend. Name's Alexander Keegan Hall. Folks around here call me Al. Al K. Hall. What can I get for you? And you can say beer, wood, we're beavers. We're going to say wood. I have some peanut shells. They're all yours. You can go ahead and eat those. If we go and say beer, I don't think I can legally give alcohol to a beaver. Okay. Let's see. It's full of paper. The barman strongly advises you close it. The little glass shards here, like the chicken, have a small chance when you walk over them, they hurt yourself because of just shattered beer bottles. I really wanted to do like NPCs, like sitting, like in the chairs and whatnot. Also, Zetsu from the credits, he went and made the barman NPC, and he did a fantastic job. So let's see, let's go ahead and blooper it out of here. Let's see, can we go in here? It's locked, we cannot. Okay. I think that's all I want to show you before we begin the quest. So hang on. Spoilers, hold on, recenter. So the tower, as you might have saw, was very, very tall. So a lot of climbing later. Those frog croakings were supposed to sound like, you know, you're walking upstairs. But this here is the Wizard's Tower, and it looks way different than it used to. Oh yeah, this was Art of the Baker that I ended up doing after making the sprite, but overall I think it looks really nice. You know, this here is the Wizard's Tower, what it was going to look like. So it was going to be a central table, 2 bookshelves, and a giant stained glass window. Papers on the floor. We kind of got there. We didn't do the stained glass window, or like the center table, but I feel like this is like a really good, like I feel like this looks better than what was originally planned. Had a lot of help from, I believe it was Dolly that helped me like fill the shelves, and a lot of help from Jesse, who made, not that one, the sword right there. Alright, let's go ahead and interact with some of the... It's a shelf. On the shelf is a card that reads, Happy 11st birthday. You know, because Lord of the Rings reference, that's how old Bilbo was. This shelf is jam-packed with ancient tomes and magic artifacts. I wouldn't quite say it's jam-packed, we didn't get that far. Down here, there's a little, like, Manyland ring. Here and here, there are just smaller versions of these crystals sitting around. And I believe... Is it this one? Dynamic. Yes. This one had... Like, it's very slow. But you might notice, at some point, it's going to blink with red eyes. Just a small itty-bitty detail that you probably wouldn't notice. Let's go ahead and interact with this one. Potions and elixirs align these shelves. Seems like one of them spilled on the floor. That's what that little squelch noise was. There we go. Squelch. And you can see, like the furnace in the other room, the crystals glow. I was so happy to learn how to make that happen. It really adds quite a nice touch to it. And you'll see it later in a different level. You can't interact with this book. I wanted to make something for it, but didn't. This one here. It's a highly detailed, in-depth guide to defeating ancient evils. It's probably not important. So let's talk to Chet. Oh, yo, a beaver. Hey there, little dude. What's your story? Woke up on a beach with no idea how you got there? Bummer, bro. My granddad, the wizard, probably would have been able to help. Kind of, passed away. Still pretty fresh, so thanks for bringing it up. Whole town's kind of down about it. I think a Radasack party ought to lift everyone's spirits, though. We'll need a cake, drinks, and you can't have a party without hats. If you could hand out these invitations, you'd so totally rock, bro. Now I got 4 invitations, one for the farmer, the barman, the baker, and the tailor. And I believe that's all I want to show off in here. So let's go ahead and hand out these invitations. Let's see. A little fun fact, the wizard's tower, you can walk behind it and it's really tall, it goes off screen. That's because I didn't want to draw a roof. So I didn't. I just kinda pushed the tower as tall as I wanted it. So yeah, and real quick, you might notice the farmer, blue roof, the tavern, green invitation, green roof, baker is yellow, tailor is red. That was just to kind of, if you couldn't figure out where to go, it was kind of a subtle way of telling the player, like, hey, color code it. So let's go ahead and give the farmer his first. A party. I'd love to meet all the folks around town. Thanks, partner. So, there we go. We got that one. So let's go ahead and, yeah, visit the tailor. This crotchety old man. Awake for the wizard, You say you need party hats? Well, I'd rather not use my lavish materials for such novelty party attire. Tell you what, take this quarter. If you bring me some paper, I'll fold you some origami paper hats. Alright, we got a quarter. Now you might recall, we needed a round object for the stone pedestal. The quarter's round. We can go ahead and try that. The quarter is too small to fit in the pedestal. I really wanted to, make the game feel more fleshed out, where if a player got the quarter and they wanted to try that, it wouldn't work, but it really goes to show, like, there was thought put into this game, and there was so much thought put into this game. Again, I can't thank enough the people that helped make this possible. If we bring the quarter to Toby, who needed something of value to afford his sister some medicine. Thank you for the quarter, but I don't think it's enough for my sister's medicine. You keep it. So, didn't really work. Now, I like to go in and introduce you all to Sarah. The music's very sad. It's from To the Moon. I believe it is the trailer theme. I could be wrong in that. The music before this was so much sadder. I didn't want that to be the vibe, but she really doesn't look okay. And up here there is a diary. My name is Sarah. Toby. And like, you know, they're child scribbles. Today, a wizard taught me how to read. He was nice and had a hat. And that's all I ended up doing. What I didn't have time for was really expanding, like, more details about the different characters within the village. Like, the baker would feed them, the tailor clothed them, you know. The baker being a very caring individual, obviously. The tailor, he's a crotchety old man, but you know, he has a heart. And then I couldn't think of anything for the barman. Maybe he provided the tent? I don't know. And then the farmer, he just moved in. He's not too familiar with these kids and all that. But at the end of the book, or end of her diary, I wanted to leave something like, I hope mom and dad come back from their quest, which will be important later. I'll bring that up again. Oh, that was a fish. Let's see. What do we got left? Oh, the quarter. Right. So, the quarter, when we first got here, as you saw the newspaper thing. There we go. Hold on. Wait. Ah, no. I opened a new window. This isn't what I wanted. Control B. Recenter. Spoilers. Ignore it. There we go. So yeah, we have interacted with the news rack, which opens up this this fake Pokemon battle, which is heavily inspired by Gen 3. There's an interacting, I believe, right somewhere that kind of locks your screen to its position. So what will you do? If we go ahead and choose to fight. Where'd it go? Right there. You don't want to cause a scene. So I guess that's off the table. Let's see. Let's check our party. Who's in our party? No one. If we choose to run. Yep, that'll take us back here. That is the old beaver skin. Uh-oh. Oh, well, that's weird. Oh, if we go back in. So yeah, bag. It opens up our bag. Gen 3, again, inspired backpack. Go ahead and use our quarter. It's the only thing we have. You inserted the quarter. You got the newspaper! Hell yeah. The sprite, for, like, the back sprite for the beaver, you might have noticed, is... Oh, right, this was, Chet. This was Chet's, concept design. Unlike the baker, his was made before his sprite, as opposed to the baker, which was vice versa. But keen-eyed people might have noticed that the back sprite for the beaver is just the back sprite of, Bidoof's, evolution. Budreal? I think that was the name? I don't super remember, but, moving on real fast, just to make sure I'm not a hand anymore. There we go. Okay, so let's see. We got the newspaper. Let's go ahead and hand that to you. Here's your hats. Now go away before you scare actual paying customers. And now we got the party hats. Heck yeah. Let's see. Oh, I also wanted to do like little details, like little doormats. The only one I ever got to doing was the baker. Let's go ahead and give her invitation. Well, hell, aren't you adorable? Oh, whoops, hang on. There you go. A party. I wish I could help, but I'm all out of eggs. However, if you brought me an egg, I'd be more than happy to bake you a cake. Now we have the egg quest prompt. So yeah, let's go ahead. Now, the only way I can think of getting farm fresh eggs is from the chickens. However, you're gonna have to go in the chicken coop. Once you get the egg, very fast banjo. Once you get the egg quest prompt, you are then able to enter the chicken coop. Okay, and then you have to dodge chickens. Oh no. Okay. Yep, and then get to the egg. Yeah, you know, for whatever reason, when you pick up the egg, it doesn't do a whole lot, so I added that there so you can see that. And this is what I was talking about earlier. When you interact with an interacting, words will appear above it and then just kind of float off into existence. I didn't want to do that for like NPCs and whatnot, so we went ahead and made like actual like chat boxes that you could open and like actually click and have options and whatnot. So let's go ahead and try to get down. Going down is a lot harder than going up because you can't see as far as you could. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Go, 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 go. Fuck. I mean, uh-oh. Bad language. Oh my gosh. Go, 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 go. Go. Go, 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 go. Alright. Sweet. Alright, we got the egg. Alright, let's go up into here. Here's your egg. We stole it. Thank you, sweetie. I'll bake that cake for you now. Now you have a cake. All that's left is this over here, the tavern. Let's see. An invitation? Let's see. Drinks, as you can see, the town sorrows that drank me dry. There isn't a drop of ale on my shelves. If you could bring me, say, 3 apples, I'd be more than happy to make you all some cider. Now, a lot of people on the dev team has given me flack for misspelling cider. However, I learned that cider, spelled with an I, is used for, you know, like your typical cider. Cider spelled with a Y is used for, it was cider that had more sugar in it, which caused it to ferment more, but also still keep its, like a longer shelf life. So it was more alcoholic, and he's a barman. And that was my excuse for keeping cider, because I had evidence to support it. Oh, I stepped on that. Alright, let's see. So we haven't been over there yet. We got the apple quest prompt. We haven't been over there yet. But over here, a little waterfall. It's nice. We can come talk to this tree. It has a face on it, unlike the rest. On his leaves, which I think are right here, right? Yeah. This year's was a placeholder sprite. The apples weren't going to look like this, but oh well. Greetings, strange squirrel. I am Sir Doku, Puzzle Master. If it is apples you seek, look no further. Answer my questions, I'll give them for your quest. What? First question, how many bushes are to my right? This here was meant to trip players up. It's his right, which would be 2, but we're going to go ahead and put 1. Incorrect! Try again. So we will do that. 2, because it's his break. Next, what is the baker's nickname? Lily, Lil, or Lily? This year was also meant to trip people up. If you didn't interact with the environment, you would miss a lot of things. Not a lot. There wasn't that much interacting with, but the back of Lily's book said her last name was Lily, but spelled with a Y. Now, who lost their glasses? This was on the notice board, and it was Cedric, the tailor. Congratulations for answering my questions 3. Now I bestow upon thee an apple. Times 3. I never said I was the rhyme master. Sudoku, his name is a pun. Sudoku, which is a puzzle. He's a puzzle master. It also sounds like Deku, like the great Deku tree from Legend of Zelda. But yeah, no, now, well, we're close to having all 3 items. Let's see, let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, whoops. There you go, wrong building. There you go. You know, I wanted to do other puzzles for Sudoku that was like, how old was the wizard? Which would have been like the 111st birthday card. Maybe like how many gems in the wizard tower were glowing. The answer is 2. The green one next to the shelves on like the topmost wall wasn't glowing. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn these apples. Welcome back. I see you brought the apples. Give them here and I'll brew up some that cider. So yeah, no, we got all 3 items. Oh, stepped on that again. That's what that little like crunch thing. It prompts the ow message. Let's see, before we actually turn these in, is there anything else I wanted to show off? Way over on this end, there was, like this little hangout spot. We didn't end up doing anything over here though, although there's another fish over there that jumps up and down. Let's see. Down here, little details. You got these crops here on the farmers. The reason why I'm showing off these little details is because once we turn these in, we're going to be teleported to a new world area. So, down in the beach, there were palm trees, which were kind of like a more yellow tinge, to kind of a little bit of continuity to make it so that the palm trees down there kind of bleed up into the village. And we're tinted green to kind of better fit the feel, the aesthetic. Was there anything? That one doesn't shake. There's that one. That one does. You know, I think that was all the details. There's another fish. So yeah. Let's go ahead. Bring him to chat. Righteous work, little man. You've handed out all those invitations. Let's get started. I'll meet you outside. Alright. And now, Control B, let's just recenter. Didn't go too far, we were here, we were there. Just wanted to show you where you would start when you enter this area. Yeah, no, this is where everything sort of fell apart. Having to hand pixel all the dialogue, so let's don't possess inventory. There we go. So if we interact with Toby, he's filling his pockets with snacks. Each one of these was hand pixeled, which took a long time to do. So I kind of stopped putting in as much work into this as I should have before, you know, Manyland shut down. I don't think I ever went into why. Manyland has officially run out of funding and is shutting down, I've heard, start of January 2024. I could be wrong in that. I don't know when actually that's going to happen. but that is the projected, like, idea of when that's going to happen. So that's why I wanted to do this before I couldn't anymore. So yeah, no, we got all this. I really wanted to do, like, balloons and whatnot. I wanted to fill the tables with snacks, the cake. These are the only 3 NPCs here. I wasn't able to code the rest of them. Let's see. Thanks for helping out me toss this tubular throwdown. I think you should have this weird orb. My granddad said only a true hero should have it. And you helped cheer up the whole town. So hey, hang 10 and enjoy yourself, bro. And now we got the circle gem, which we could use for the stone pedestal. However, like in the tutorial level, there is more than one way to solve that puzzle. So we could take the circle gem to Toby. Is that gem for me? And unfortunately, he doesn't take it. I didn't code it, but what I wanted to happen was, you give him the gem, he can afford his sister medicine, and then he would in turn give you his kickball, which you could use for the stone pedestal. And we come down here and talk to Cedric, who also doesn't have a text box like the "is the gem for me" part, because I never got to hand pixeling all that. You aren't half bad, rat. Take this hat and scram before I get sentimental. And now we have a party hat. Like the party hat in the fake Pokemon battle. Yeah, no, we go into the tent. So what I wanted to happen was when you interact with her, she really doesn't look okay. That would be if you still held the circle gem. But if you had the kickball and you traded the gem, she would notice that you have the kickball and she would smile instead. She, still wouldn't be okay, but, just a little, if you try to enter, you might also notice all the lights are lit now. If you try to enter any of the buildings, they're locked. If you interact with this here, whoops. Billless platypus helps small town. You're the billless platypus. This here isn't any different. I think this is the exact same interface as the one. Oh, the theme playing now is the night theme of the same song that was playing in the day area, because Harvest Moon had that. Let's see, all the chickens are inside. Can't go in there. Ooh. Yep, this is locked as well. Yeah, so you would take the circle gem up here. And unfortunately, it's not coded. So, that was Beaver. Now I'm gonna go into what I wanted to do next. So, after you would, help this town, have this party, interact with all the villagers and whatnot, you would put in the gem and it will teleport you to the next world space, which would be just this bridge, basically. We're out of bounds. This is what it looks like on the outside. But yeah, no, you would be on the bridge. It would teleport you to a world that looks kind of like this, but the bridge goes up further. And you would get stopped by the spirit of the wizard, who would tell you, thank you for bringing joy back to a town that had none. But unfortunately, with my passing, an ancient seal has been broken and an evil will be unleashed upon the land. And he'll ask you, to seal away this evil, because what does a beaver do best? They seal things up. And yeah, that was going to be like, after the first level, the story would kick off. The next level, which we were going to call Chapter 2, the wizard thing was going to be the end of Chapter 1. Chapter 2 was going to be in a more modern looking city. And that was when the Cappy Bandit was going to show up. You would get to the other side of the bridge, the Cappy Bandit would stop you and be like, give us all you got. And then, which would be like cake, and he'd be like, I'll take that cake. and like just eat it in front of you, and he's just, you know, just an ass. And then you would black out and then wake up, like in the day version of the city. Let's go ahead and go back. Is it here to city? Sweet, yeah. So this was the other side of this. This is what the road looked like. See, there was cars, different colors for cars. These here aren't ours. These here were made by a player named Harlan that would go by HH, who also hasn't been on in a very long time. Yeah, no, this is what would have been. Oh, there's a Cappy Bandit. Whoa, buddy. You gotta pay the toll. The toll to enter the city, of course. Let's say 100 gold coins. What, you don't have money? Well, what do you have? Cake? Munch. Like a munch sound would play. You may pass. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, you can see like we got a little bit dialogue here. Let's go ahead and put this down here where it can actually be seen. Like, whoa, buddy. What do you have? This here was kind of the oh, what is the word I'm looking for? Color palette that we've been using for all this. The big evil bad guy was going to look a lot like this, or this was like concept art for him. This was going to be the ancient evil that was that was going to be at the end of the game, with like his dumb helmet and whatnot. Yeah, let's see. Is there anything else I can show off? Two thorns. Home. See, and then Control B, just to recenter myself. So, Chapter 2, it was going to be in a city, and it was going to be, it was going to look a lot like this, actually. So, here you have the city, you have your speed limit car, this light, which actually, like, shines light. Little raindrops. This here was what the buildings were probably going to end up looking like. And again, Mao, really great at what he does. He was actually the one that made the car and made like these really cool 4-leaf clover patches, which you might see actually have little 4-leaf clovers there and there. There was going to be a mini game at the party level, around where the farmer was, and he would basically just send you out into a clover field, and your task was to find a 4-leaf clover within the time limit. That didn't end up happening, unfortunately, but that was how you would get like the slice of cake as like a prize or something. Different colored trees for different colored stuff. I really like the wonky purple one with blue leaves. Some of these still wiggle, some of them don't. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Thought it was crazy for a second. Yeah, so before Beaver was really even conceptualized, there was this area, which was kind of just a testing area for the tile set, the top-down tile set. Like, you'll see the grass, it's not shaded, like the newer grass. Let's see, is it here? Yeah, so let's see, let's go ahead and do this. You'll see, like, that has a little bit of shading as opposed to that. Yeah, let's see, let's keep on walking around here. The fish. good friend Dolly, friend of the dev team, made themselves a little water there. There was also a underground tile set that we were going, or that I planned on using for the city level, because the plan was the. There we go. The interior wall mounted sword, cave ladder, cave interior wall mounted tools. Oh, okay, so that was a to-do list. I did end up making a wall mounted sword though. And I hopefully remember to show you later. So the story or plot of Chapter 2 was going to be that you would either join the capybaras or cappy bandits and perform a heist on a museum to get this triangle gem, I think it was. And then you could do that, or the other way of doing it was to side with the museum, fend off the cappy bandits, and then in return they'll reward you with like a pizza slice or something. Both are triangles. Both would get you through the pedestal. You know, the music playing right now, also from Harvest Moon, Animal Parade. This is the cave theme. Very fitting for the caves. See, like, the gems sparkle on the wall. A good friend of ours, Aura, ended up making this better fish. The fish is the same, but what's better is the kind of fading blue color that you'll see as the fish comes back up. Right along there, right there. Where the fish just kind of fades back into the water as opposed to the sharp edge that used to be there. Oh, okay. That's just an empty area. See, more mine carts and stuff. You can't sit in these ones like you could in the cave one. Oh, that's where the... Okay, these were the old waves that would break on, that would break for Steam users. The new ones look so much better. Let's see, a little desert tile set. Got a little desert house here. Which, I don't think we were ever going to use because of little things like this. These here were not walkables. These here, walkable. These here were things in front. They would be in front of the player. Yeah, you can see like it's jutting over. Hello, what's down here? Absolutely nothing. Stellar. Then go here. Oh, animated grass. It's not really a thing that we ended up implementing into the game. Water pillars, again, not really a thing. Yeah, before there was Beaver, I planned on making like a survival top-down game. And this is what fishing was gonna look like. Made by Dolly, again, super cool guy. Helped me out with a lot of this. Let's see. Take a flip through a lot of the work in progress stuff, the fishing stuff. For the cave things, there was going to be different traps inspired by the ones in Pixel Dungeon, which is a mobile game. The beaver walking animation, we were going to do... there used to be a item type called a brain that you could attach to a player, and then when they did an input, such as up, down, left, right, or diagonal, it would swap their skin. So this would have been down, this would have been up. Excuse me. Left and right would have been like these here. They would have also been diagonal as well. But instead we ended up going with, you know, just this. Felt like this was good enough because they removed brains not long after we were talking about doing it. Let's see, yeah, we got the different shaped gems here, gem sockets. Death counts, at one point we were going to do death counts for how many times you died in the chicken coop. We didn't end up doing that. I think it would have been way too difficult to code. And then you would just have this item cluttering your inventory, which, you know, don't really want clutter in there. There was going to be a life system. This is what the beaver skull looked like. Let's see. What else we got in here? Further progress. Oh, sweet. Here's more of the font. Let's see. Chickens. Yes or no buttons. Oh, this here was going to be for, more like pine trees. Let's see, who made this? What was it made? No, it was Mao. Okay, sweet. So you got the different, like, text box names and whatnot. Placeholder name. AFK, server bro. Yeah, and that's really all there is on BEAVUR. Grasslands, sandy, different textures and whatnot. There's the waves. So, yeah. This was BEAVUR, the game that could have been. It's been a lot of fun playing Manyland. I've been playing this game for 8 years. Thank you so much to Philip for making such an amazing game. I've been using this as a creative outlet to just get all of my ideas out there. Thank you to the Manyland community, all my great friends that I made playing this game. It's such a shame to see it go, you know? Yeah, this was BEAVUR. Thank you for sitting through this, this final devlog, if you can call it that. Yeah. This has been Thorn, otherwise known as Barely Getting By, and I will talk to you later.